I think I would just tell myself that high school isn't forever, and it's a short time, and there are a lot of opportunities that you can have in high school.
I will tell myself back then, throw away the distractions, just stay focused. Time is gonna go on no matter what. You can't stop it. So what you do in that time, you need to make the right choices. Throw away the distractions, continue your education, continue moving forward, because time is gonna go on anyways. So you might as well, do some positive things, and education can't be taken from you. So that's what I would go back and tell myself.
I wish I would have known that I didn't have to know what I wanted to do when I entered college, because I think the biggest misconception a lot of us think is we have to know what we want to study right when we go to college. So a lot of us, take a step back and think, well, I'm not ready to really make that decision for the rest of my life. So starting college and just getting your foot in the door is, you can do that without knowing what you want to graduate in, what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Explore all of your options for all schools. I mean, I knew I wasn't a great fit for a huge university. I lived right next to University of Washington, and it was really fun to go to those games, but I don't think I would thrive in an environment of 500 people. So I opted for a smaller school. So, but some people love the idea of a big school. So just explore all of your options, see what'll work for you in the long run. And I think that's my advice, because I think, and go to as many college fairs as you can. That is something I always wanted to go, just talk to somebody directly. It's so much easier than like perusing a website or finding it yourself. It's so nice being able to talk one-on-one, and you might have questions you didn't know you'd have just from talking to somebody. So always put yourself out there. And yeah, that is my biggest advice for sure.
I think a lot of students want to start at the university because it provides that sort of traditional university feel. Living in the dorms, basketball games, football games, student life. And I think it's important to kind of think about what kind of experience you want to have and how that will make you a successful student academically. I went to a 4-year university straight out of high school and struggled my first year, but I enjoyed that student life. I appreciated living in the dorms. That's not for everybody. So PCC and community colleges provide a vibrant student life. So student activities and experiences with your peers, but offer kind of more of a small feel to the classes. Instead of 200 people in your biology 101 or your writing 101, you'll have 25 students in your class. So I think that provides a smaller feel to your educational journey. But so just think about what kind of experience you want to have, but then also how it will affect your studies.
It's really important for you to figure out what you don't like as well as what you do like, right? And so if you do have the opportunity, even if it's like to visit a school locally and maybe you thought it looked really great on paper or you loved what you saw on their website, it's okay to go through the feelings of, actually, this doesn't feel right, and I don't like it. The feelings of realizing what you don't like are just as important in making your decision for what you do like and how you're going to go forward pursuing college in whatever route it is, right? Whether it's 2-year vocational, 4-year, you have so many options. So start asking about those options once you've really tried to figure out what you like as well as what you don't like.
If you can, take time to go see whatever campus you're interested, because the feel of Oregon State versus Southern Oregon versus Portland State is going to be really different. And the other benefit is a lot of times your tour guide is going to be a current student, not an old guy like me that went to college 20 years ago. And, I love PSU and I can talk about it, but it's been a little while since I was a college student. So I think that to the extent that you can visit in person will really have a big impact. And if I can just wax on a little bit more, I think looking, if you're a member of the LGBTQ population, seeing what services are there. If you're a DACA student, seeing what services are there for DACA students. I know PSU has other universities too. We have a lot of resources for our Pacific Islander community. And yeah, if you want to live on campus or off campus. So, we've been talking so much about picking your major, but and knowing what you want to study, but also kind of some of those, do you want to drive to campus or bike to campus, and living arrangements and things like that.
Believe in yourself and don't be afraid to ask questions. If you have friends that are talking about going to college, and you yourself, because your family, it's not that it was discouraged to go to college, but it wasn't really pushed upon you or anything like that. Listen to your friends, ask questions. If they're going to if they're going to go visit some colleges, see if they'll take you with them. But put yourself out there.
I think the biggest resource for me, I know a lot of colleges nowadays offer some sort of mentorship program to first-year students. And even like the small school I go to, they offer multiple mentorship resources for incoming freshmen. And just being able to plug yourself in and sort of connect with other students that have gone through the same path as you, and just being able to have someone there to talk to or even ask questions to, I think has been the biggest help for me coming into college.
Don't be afraid to reach out to any counselors or any financial aid offices or just anyone in general. If you have a question about a certain department, don't be afraid to reach out to that professor. That professor most likely will absolutely love to have a conversation about their program, about what interests you, and just to see what you want to do. They might even just be like, hey, this might not be the best fit for our school, might not be the best fit, but here's some schools that might work for you.
Scholarships is a really big part. And senior year and even junior year are the times when you really want to be applying for those. And even if you think that you got it covered, that you have enough money to pay for it, all that money that you apply for and that you are actually accepted, that money goes to you and can help you out in so many ways that you just sometimes are beyond your own understanding until you are actually get into the position where you need it. It doesn't just help with the tuition, it helps with other expenses such as, books that you have to cover. If you're driving, the gas that you have to pay for. And even other things that you might want to get involved with, and that extra money can just help you out so much.
I think one thing I wish that I would have known is that so many of the college students have anxieties and are dealing with a lot of the exact same stuff that you are, even some of the instructors. So I think realizing that you're not alone and that you can do it, you have a support system.